Hey, this is Nick Jensen.
And this is Alex Charamonti.
We're with Epoxy ETC, and we're going to send it over to Chris Razor to teach you how to